You're sitting there. Same room, same silence. They're right in front of you, but it feels like they've already left. You ask something simple, "Are we okay?" And they pause, just a little too long. You feel it in your chest, that drop, and your mind starts racing. Why does this feel so distant? Why am I the only one trying? Is this love or just habit now? Am I asking for too much? And here's the truth no one tells you. The avoidant doesn't pull away because they don't care. They pull away because they feel too much and don't know how to stay. You're not crazy for feeling this. You're not too emotional. This is not proof your relationship is broken. It's proof you've been trying to connect in a way their nervous system can't receive. And in the next few minutes, you're going to understand the exact moment everything shifts. The moment they say something that changes everything. The moment you know you've broken the cycle. Most couples believe if someone pulls away, you need to try harder. More effort, more talking, more fixing. But the real truth is, the more you chase connection from an avoidant, the more their nervous system reads it as pressure. And pressure feels like danger. Here's the part most people miss. Avoidants don't fear love. They fear losing themselves inside it. So when things get emotionally intense, they don't move toward you. They shut down. Not because they don't feel, but because they feel overwhelmed. And your nervous system reacts to that distance like abandonment. So you move closer, and they move away. And just like that, you're stuck in a cycle neither of you understands. But here's what changes everything. The goal is not to make them come closer. It's to make closeness feel safe enough that they choose it. Most people in relationships think closeness comes from more communication, more talking, more pushing for answers. But beneath the surface, an avoidant hears urgency as expectation, and expectation feels like losing control. So instead of opening up, they shut down even more. You've probably lived this. You say, "Why can't you just talk to me?" And they pull away with, "I just need space." But when something shifts in you, when you say, "Hey, I'm here when you're ready," something inside them softens. And one day they say it. "I don't feel pressured with you anymore." And in their mind, something quiet whispers, "Maybe I can stay this time." And when you do that, the walls between you start to come down without either of you forcing anything. Most couples think distance creates appreciation, but with avoidance, distance often becomes comfort because space feels safe. No expectations, no emotional demand. But beneath the surface, when safety starts to exist in connection instead of distance, everything flips. Before, they would disappear and feel relief. Now they pull away and feel something missing. And then it happens. They say, "I actually miss you when you're gone." That's not small. That's their nervous system shifting from protection to attachment. Something in them is saying, "You are no longer a threat to my independence." And that's when the relationship stops feeling like a push and pull and starts feeling like something real. Most people don't realize this, but avoidants often grew up feeling like their emotions were either too much or not enough, so they learned to shut them down just to survive. So when you criticize their distance, even gently, they don't hear feedback. They hear rejection. That's why "you never open up" makes them disappear even more. But when you say, "I know it's not easy for you to share. I appreciate when you try," something shifts.
And one day they say, "You don't make me feel wrong for how I am." And deep inside them, there's this quiet release. Maybe I don't have to hide here. And that's the moment they stop feeling like a problem to fix and start feeling safe enough to be seen. Most couples believe vulnerability has to be pulled out, earned through persistence. But real vulnerability is invited, not forced. Avoidants don't open up when pushed. They open up when they feel safe enough to not be judged. You've probably asked before, "Why don't you ever share anything?" and got nothing back. But when your energy changes, when you're just present, calm, not trying to fix or force, something opens. And then they surprise you. "I don't know why, but I actually want to tell you things now." And in their mind, there's this shift. She's not trying to change me. She's just here. And that's when connection stops being something you chase and starts being something that comes toward you. Not louder conversations.
Not more explaining, not trying to get it perfect, but creating a space where they don't feel like they have to defend themselves. Because most couples don't see this, emotional intensity can feel like being trapped for an avoidant, and when they feel trapped, they escape. Through silence, through distance, through distraction. Before, every conflict ended in shutdown. But now something changes. They stay. And they say it. "I don't feel like I have to escape anymore." And in that moment, their nervous system is finally saying, "This is safe." And that's when running turns into staying, without you having to chase them. Most couples confuse intensity for connection. The highs, the emotional swings, the anxiety. It feels like passion, but it's unstable. Real love doesn't feel like chaos. It feels like calm. And here's what nobody explains. Calm is what the avoidant nervous system has been searching for all along. Before, love felt like pressure. Now, it feels like peace. And one day they say it, almost casually, "I feel calm around you." But underneath that is something powerful. "I can finally breathe here." And that's when love stops feeling like work and starts feeling like home. And then comes the shift most couples never reach. Not, "I need space." Not, "I'm unsure." But something simple, something real. "I don't want to lose this." Avoidants don't fear losing people. They fear losing control. So when they say this, it means something has changed deep beneath the surface. Before, they protected themselves from closeness. Now, they protect the connection. And in their mind, there's this quiet realization. This feels different. I don't want to mess it up. And that's when they start showing up. Not perfectly, but willingly. And that changes everything. This isn't about fixing someone. It's not about making an avoidant love you differently. It's about becoming someone who creates safety instead of chasing reassurance. Because when you shift like this, you stop reacting and start grounding. And your partner feels it before you even say a word. This isn't a strategy. It's a transformation. You're no longer trying to win love. You're becoming someone who makes love feel safe. And the moment someone stops running from you isn't when you chased harder. It's when you became a place they no longer needed to escape from.